They're back. Who, pray tell? Comic book men, bitches. Kevin, Walt, Brian, Mike, and me give reality TV a pop culture facial. You'll meet celebs on the con circuit, find out how much geeky collectibles are worth, and laugh your ass off watching a bunch of best friends laugh their asses off. Season 3 of Comic Book Men, Sundays at midnight Eastern on AMC.
Meow. Meow, meow.
No, I do. Woo, 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 woo.
Doggy. Moo.
No.
Moo.
Stop.
Moo.
No.
Moo.
Stop.
Moo.
Stop it.
All right, let's stop making animal noises and let's start watching HuluPlus.com.
Yeah, little pills.
Do you have $7.99 I can borrow?
Yeah.
How much money did you get from the Tooth Fairy?
10.
$10?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do with your $10?
Buy snacks.
You're gonna buy some snacks?
Yeah.
What else?
No.
You don't know?
Muffin.
What about a pony?
Yeah.
Littlest Pet Shop?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. Forget the snacks. Forget the ponies. Forget all that. For $7.99 a month, you can join HuluPlus.com/TESD. You're going to get 2 weeks for free.
Yes.
And you're going to get to stream as many TV shows and movies as you want, wherever you want. You just got a new iPad, right?
Yeah.
The little one?
Mm-hmm.
So if you want, you can bring it to the beach and watch Hulu Plus.
No.
You can bring it to the park and watch Hulu Plus.
No.
You can watch it when you're going ew on the toilet bowl. You know what? You could sneak your iPad into school and you can watch it there. Shh, don't tell anybody. You know what kind of TV shows you can watch?
What?
You can watch Modern Family, The Office, Parks and Rec,
Something.
Community, all that.
And that.
Abby, Bones.
Bones. That bad.
That sounds pretty good, right?
Yeah.
You can watch the whole series
Yes.
or the entire current season, and then new episodes are on the day after they air. Hulu Plus even has... Oh, thank you. A kiss from me. Hulu Plus even has originals, like The Awesomes. SNL's Seth Meyers is in that. And Moon Boy, starring Chris O'Dowd from Bridesmaids.
Yeah.
Do you want Dada to make a TV show and put it on Hulu Plus?
No.
You don't? You could be in it. What would you want your TV show to be about?
No.
You don't know? How about a Dada who paddles Seiji's puppy because she's messing around and not doing the Hulu Plus commercial right? Every episode, that's how it starts out. I'll whoop your puppy red, girl! That's no joke. So, go to HuluPlus.com/TESD. 2 weeks for free, $7.99 a month. And you can stream the heck out of it. Right?
Yeah.
Goku head. That's it. I'm busting you up. Get over here. I'll fight you.
And for you.
No, don't you fight me. I'm fighting you. That's it. Help. Help. Aunt Susie, help. Susie's beating me up. Help. I just found out you can get a free audiobook and a 30-day trial by signing up at audiblepodcast.com/TESD. Now, probably you're thinking, I don't want to listen to a book. I want my Dada to read it to me, right?
Yeah.
What if Dada's busy? Audible has over 150,000 titles. CG. You could listen to a book a day for the rest of your life, and you still would never listen to all those books on audible.com. You know what? They even have books for kids. Night of the Zombie Bear. Does that sound good?
I don't like it.
You don't like that one?
No.
What about Emma and the Lost Unicorn?
Yes.
The Mystery of the Runaway Ghost.
I like it.
Wow. Good ghost chat, Seiji. Nice work. All right. So anyway, audiblepodcast.com/TESD. Free book, free trial membership. And if you want, you can go to Tell 'em Steve Dave Fairy Retail Theater. You can even get that book for free. You know who's on that?
Yeah.
Me, Walt, Q,
Cute.
Sunday Jeff,
That's so tough.
You want to listen to that one?
Mike.
Oh, Mike?
Yeah.
No, I don't think Mike's on it.
Yeah.
Do you want to be on an Audible book someday?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see what we can do. You're a very good helper. Thanks for helping me with all these commercials.
Yeah.
Are you my best friend?
Yes.
You're my best friend, too. Noogie noogie! Noogie noogie!
Better.
Noogie noogie! Noogie noogie!
That.
No! Hey, it's me, your old pal Bry, asking a favor of the people who ordered the Booty Time Cryptozoic Man, because you haven't done enough yet. It seems there's been an issue with our shipping department, and they have been sending duplicate copies to many of you. So if you get a duplicate copy, can you do us a huge favor? Just write return to sender on the package, drop it in the mail. But before you do that, put a little X in the right-hand corner so that we know it stands for extra copy. Our shipping department fucked up because they're boobs.
Should a picture of some little fucking micro dick be right on the fucking Marlboro?
Instead of the skull, like a skull with two little dicks underneath it.
Yo, baby, find me a dead body. Do you think you've told more lies before the age of 18 or after the age of 18?
I think after. I got married after 18.
There you go.
Tell him, Steve Dave. Ready.
All right. Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Tell 'em Steve Dave. With me, Brian Quinn, with Walter Flanagan.
Hello.
No Brian.
Well, the plan is we'll start the show, me and you. Mm-hmm. And then Brian will come in and we'll finish the show because Brian wasn't able to make it tonight. You are able to make it.
Right.
I'm always available. It seems I never have nothing to do.
And then you guys will record the second half of this, the two of you.
Yeah.
All right.
So everybody gets their BQ fill and their BJ fill.
Oh my God, it's fucking great.
And if God forbid I wasn't unfucking both parts of this, right?
You're the glue. You're the glue, man, that binds all this together. No Ming either.
No Ming. Ming turned his phone off. He didn't want to hear any more questions, tech questions about why we can't get the podcast recorded.
Lots of problems today.
Yeah, you're not happy, Q.
Well,
I see you very frustrated, BQ, when you got here today. Looked at the table.
No, not when I got here today. Once we tried. Well, I don't know what's going on. We used to do Tell 'em Steve Dave. And at the end of every fucking day, we would put the mics and the cords and everything away. And then the
back
next
in
week,
their little boxes,
where they
underneath the
belong.
back issue bins, safe and sound.
That's
but
right. Something happened.
It became not as special to podcast anymore.
Well, I think what happened was we put them away, and then another show would pull them out, and then I would come in week after week, and it'd be looking like a fucking spaghetti factory explosion with the cables, and mics would be on their side, stands would be on the floor. It's just a nightmare, and it's just you can't get a handle on it. I can't get a fucking handle on it because occasionally I'll wrap up these goddamn cords and I'll put them over there, and then as sure as shit, next week I come in, it's a mess again. You can't tell where the cords are going. You can't tell where they're coming from. The mics hiss and they pop and they buzz because all the cords are scrambled in with each other. So, yeah, it's just fucking annoying, Walt.
Q, what you need
Yes.
is a medical scare to scare you into realizing
Right.
that this is not important.
Okay.
You need to think you're dying or you have a major illness.
Right.
And
Perspective. Well, I mean, you're saying I'm just not supposed to care at other people's fucking, like, what reaction am I supposed to have when I come in and the situations like this?
Mild annoyance, maybe.
Mild annoyance.
Maybe not even annoyance. More like, oh, those guys, those
scamps. I'm not naming names.
But, you know, it happens.
Week in, week out, it happens. All right, so I'm going to try and take a Zen. Well, because we can't fucking record. First of all, the computer that we have is from 82. It's a piece of shit. If you knock the cord, what happens is, I don't know what's going on. If you knock the cord for a second, the whole computer shuts down. The power cord.
Right.
Why is Ming doing this to me? I just got to get to the bottom of this.
But in Ming's defense, though, he would be able to come down here and just press 2 buttons and he'd be ready to go. So whatever he knows, unfortunately, you don't know.
Right.
And that's why there's a lot of frustration. Just because he's not here. If he was here, it would have been boom, boom, would have been done. He would have figured out, what buttons to press or what wires to plug in.
Okay. You're in a very forgiving mood today.
I am.
Yeah, what happened? You have a medical scare or something?
I actually did.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Yours?
Yeah.
What happened?
I thought I had cancer.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding you.
What happened?
But then but it turned out I don't, so I don't care.
Okay. Wait, I don't understand how this is the first. All right, wait. Can you walk me? Why did you think you had cancer?
Well, I showed a couple people something, and they were like, "Oh boy, you better get that checked out."
Okay, so it was a skin thing.
Got it checked out.
Right.
No cancer, so I don't give a fuck what Mike and Ming do.
Wait. So it wasn't like you got tests back and the doctors were like, "Ooh, we got some bad readings. These are indicative of cancer. We have to do more tests." And you lived a week like that.
Well, I lived a couple weeks like that.
But you showed it to Chief.
And
Chief was like, Dr. Chief was like, you may have. I'd get that checked out.
I don't know I don't want to insult Mike, but I didn't show Mike. I didn't go to Mike. I didn't go to Mike for his analysis of what it may or may not have been.
Okay.
But there was a long period where I didn't know what was going on, and so now that I know what's going on, and I'm 100%.
Right.
Yeah. The wire's all fucked up. Yeah, it's not going to do it today.
It's not going to do it for you today.
Next week, maybe.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, we're here. We got the other computer. We're up and going. So what do we got? What do we got for this week? Because you're the Zen master, man.
What
Walk
do I got?
me through this. Yeah.
Okay, wow. I went to see Gravity, Q.
Okay. What's going on with Gravity?
That was a movie.
Yeah.
It's about they're out in outer space.
Yeah.
Selma. No, not Selma.
No. Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock and George Clooney. Not a big Clooney fan.
No.
He's a little bit too opinionated for me.
Oh, a liberal, Hollywood liberal type.
I think he says he lives in Hollywood, but I imagine it's San Francisco from what I hear from him. Right? You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
But he was good in this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can put past my feelings of like, well, I don't really like him shoving down his viewpoints down my throat. I could put it aside long enough. And plus,
I heard he wasn't in the movie that much anyway, right?
He was in it enough to make him very likable.
Right.
Supposedly, I didn't see it in 3D or in IMAX.
Right.
I don't know how much of the impact I missed out on of the movie.
Yeah, I'm told that's the way to see Gravity, 3D IMAX.
Yeah, I imagine now with the weightlessness and the feeling of floating may have been more powerfully felt. And I guess it had to, right? An IMAX or 3D. But I saw it in 2D, and I saw it on a normal screen.
Yeah.
And I still enjoyed it. I don't need no bells and whistles. It was good. It wasn't great, but it was definitely fun. It was definitely, I don't know if fun's the right word, but
was any political agenda put across in it?
No.
Okay.
I thought it may be going in.
Not even female astronaut that
Clooney's there. Oh, come on, we've had female astronauts for a long time.
Have we?
Oh yeah.
I thought they just sent them up. Have we really?
Yeah. I mean, one of the.
Yeah, but she was a teacher. She wasn't an astronaut.
But she had to train to be an astronaut, right?
Yeah, that's not an astronaut.
No, I think that's it's. I think it's. There's a lot of.
Really? How come women aren't making bigger
space travelers?
Well, I know there's a lot of female space cadets. I've met a bunch of them. Female astronauts, 2000. It's all right, buddy. Yeah, they're out there.
Oh, yeah. Come on, Q. It's 2013.
Oh, my Lord, yeah. 57 of them have gone up in space.
Do you know that Americans, excuse me, have only touched foot on the moon, though?
That makes me feel proud, dude.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, when I did a little research because I know that the Soviets
They tried.
They were trying real hard,
Right.
but they have never been able to put a man on the moon. Only Americans have been able to do it.
Fuck yeah, USA, bro. But wait, didn't you say that you did believe it, right? You do believe it in the...
I flip flop. I think
depending on Fox.
Depending on what documentary I see about the moonwalk. But supposedly there's you can see pictures. There's some sort of telescope now that can actually show you pictures.
Oh, there is.
All the man-made garbage that's up on the moon that's been left there.
Because the most suspicious thing I ever heard was that we can't see it.
No, now you can.
Now you can.
Now you can. There's like some sort of imaging thing that is able to pick up some of the debris that's been left up there.
So that's it then.
Yeah, it's a done deal. I think. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. We've been up there.
Well, that's kind of a little
Photoshop.
What? What's there?
Someone says Photoshop.
That's actually a little disappointing. I kind of like that.
Do you like conspiracies?
Yeah, I do. Shit.
I would imagine most conspiracies. I bet you 99% of conspiracies are just nonsense.
Yeah, well, they're
All
crazy
conspiracies.
People. All right, man-made objects on the moon. Oh yeah, you can see that shit. There it is. It's better be fucking me.
We don't need them now.
No, we don't need them, but I'd still no. Oh well. It's not.
So yeah, would I recommend go seeing Gravity? I would.
Yeah.
I think it's beautifully shot. It's pretty engaging. There's a moment in it that I was like, oh come on, no way. But then it turns out
Really?
I was wrong, and it was a good little moment in the movie.
So this is what Tell 'em Steve Dave is without Brian. You're giving reviews of movies that we haven't seen and thus can't discuss.
What do you mean that I haven't seen? You
That I haven't seen.
Yeah, I don't want to give it
goodness.
too much away. Yeah. Well, part two. You can listen.
So part two,
you can fast forward to part two.
Man, I don't know what to do with a Zen Walt Flanagan. I mean, I didn't know
Until next week.
if there's a way to poke you to get the dragon going here. You want to talk about the premiere of your show last night?
Nah.
You want to talk about why you weren't here when you told me you were going to be here?
Did I tell you I was coming?
Yeah, you told me you were coming.
So what? So the night before, Sunday night,
Right.
the night of premiere of Comic Book Man, they had a little shindig at the Surf Taco next door.
Right.
As they, I guess 3 years running now, they've had it there.
Which I don't know why. I thought the first year I thought it was because Surf Taco was friends of the show and everything. But the last 2 years, they just look bored and like they want to get the fuck out of there and they're waiting for everybody to leave. Like, are they not?
Well, are you talking about the Help?
The Help.
I mean, should the Help be doing cartwheels because they got to stay to 12:30?
Well, they have fucking TV stars in their midst. They're at a premiere party. That doesn't count.
Come on, man. They see the quote unquote TV stars. They see them fucking taking the garbage out Monday through Friday out the back door. You know, and it loses a little bit of its luster when they walk into the fucking urinal and there's Mike. Not taking a piss or doing any, just sitting in the bathroom because he's pissed off at somebody.
Just needing a moment of silence.
Yeah, because he's got to catch his breath before he's going to explode. I mean, it really does make it seem a lot less special
Less glamorous.
when you work next door to the quote unquote the great comic book man.
The television stars.
Did I tell you I was going?
You did tell me you were going, yeah.
I apologize. I'm sure I wasn't missed. I'm sure
You were missed.
I heard it was very busy. Heard a lot of people were there.
It was, yeah. Not a lot of the crew came this time.
No.
No.
Well, it's season 3, man.
That's
you
it,
know,
old hat.
it's not as special as it once was.
It's the equivalent of wires being left all over the fucking table. Nobody gives a shit
I heard
anymore.
Gidim was there.
Gidim was there with Jill, that girl that he's apparently trying to get in our pants constantly.
Apparently that is over because Gidim was here today. He had left something at the store and he came to retrieve it today. And he told me that I asked him, I was like, "How's that going?" And he said, "Oh, she's got a boyfriend." And yeah, the boyfriend even asked me to help him pop the question.
Oh,
So
no.
he's using Get 'em as some sort of
Get 'em.
apparatus in his popping the question. And I said, "What'd you say when he asked you?" He goes, "I said I'd help."
It's
And I was just
killing
like, "You shouldn't have said you'd help. I mean, obviously you don't want you'd rather be with her than have her married to some other dude."
All right.
He goes, but he said it. He put it. I don't know how you can argue with this, Q. Yeah, but at least we're friends.
him. Wow.
You know, so I mean, that's like a movie, because usually you don't see that stuff. Like this John Cusack stuff,
Yeah.
where you're like, you know what? If I can't be with her, like be her boyfriend,
Right.
I need her in my life just as a friend.
But what
She's that awesome and wonderful. I need her. I need her in my life to be just my friend. Most of the time, you see the guys I run with
Right.
are like, I want her dead, or I want myself dead, or they're not so adult, and they're not so mature
Right.
as to be like, you know what, she's so awesome. I just really just want her as my friend. If I can't have her as a friend, or I can't have her as my girlfriend,
Right.
at least I have her as my friend. I'm not going to fuck that up.
Yeah, that is maturity. I'm not able to. I wouldn't be able to sum it up either. Yeah, but I guess when you get him, I mean, I don't want to say what options you have, but like he's like,
Again, I see him and I'm like, I scratch my head. I'm like, how is this guy having such a hard time?
right.
You know, very, I think, handsome looking dude.
He is. I actually I've heard that from a couple. I've heard from a couple of girls. That's not what I thought Get 'em would look like.
Right.
He's a good looking guy.
Yeah,
But then he wears a fucking Winter Parker in the middle of summer and like a fucking hat with flashing LED lights that has his phone number on it. And you're like, all right, now I get it. Like, that's why.
He, like I said, he needs a little, like, I know you guys talked about it, but if you guys just had gone through it and given that little pretty woman, take him to the mall, give him an outfit for every day of the week that he couldn't stray off of.
Yeah, Sal talked me out of that, actually.
Why did he talk you out of that?
Because I was going to do it and I was going to pay for it. I was like, this guy has no money. And
he's got a job now, so he could probably pay for it.
And Sal went on and on about buying, like, he's like, why are you going to buy clothes for the guy? Like, that's insane. That's a grown man and you're buying clothes for him.
Well, there's some guys that need more help than others. Like, what Sal say? Why do we give people food stamps? Well, maybe because they want to eat, Sal.
Right.
So some people need a hand.
That's it. Right. And and Giddim's near and dear to my heart. So, like, why wouldn't I?
So why are you so easily talked out of it? I know you're not real. I'm going to say you're frugal
right.
with your money.
That's true.
You're very.
I choose my battles with my money.
Yeah. So was it easy to talk you out of?
It was.
Before you even finish the sentence, you're like, you're right.
He's like, what are you talking about? No, I think it's like Sal and I fall into a line with so many things that when he's that vehement about it, I'm like, oh shit, maybe I'm not seeing this right. Maybe it is weird that I would buy another man.
Well, I mean, it
7
depends.
days worth of clothes to be worn on a scheduled basis.
I never said it wasn't weird. I thought it was a nice gesture on your part to help a man out that you have taken a shine to in some way.
Yeah, you're right. I think it's back on. If get him,
he has a job though. There's no need for you to buy him.
Well, I can still
just go with him and get
right.
and like he can come out of the dressing room and you do like he does the once over.
Right.
Like he comes
Just
out
as a
and
twirl.
Yeah, you know, and you give him the thumbs up or thumbs down. You know.
Right.
He comes out like Superfly, or he comes out like a farmer, or he comes out like
farmer.
Or he comes out like GQ. You know, you have to put the ensemble together.
Right.
And I think just maybe a couple weekends with you on the town would help him, like you being his wingman.
Just going out.
Yeah.
I'm willing. I'm eager, actually. I would love to do that.
Hold on, Q.
All right, is that Ming?
It's not.
Damn it.
All right.
But the other thing is like he hasn't been around. That's the other thing.
He told me that he's got a new job starting up. Where he's going to be a night watchman, and he will be able to listen to podcasts now. He'll be able to catch up on all his podcasts.
That's amazing.
So he found the perfect job where he's going to be able to just listen to podcasts and get paid and inspect horse stalls. make sure no one's.
Oh, so he's at the track still.
I think he's at the track, and he's going to be a night watchman, so he'll have plenty of time to catch up on Tell Him Steve Dave, which I think he's been neglecting.
He has been neglecting. He hasn't been around. He hasn't been part of it.
How many? I wondered when I've been shipping out the booty times.
Right.
How many of that first hardcore group who started with Tell Him Steve Dave, how many do you think are still around?
Oh.
Because we kind of make it hard on them. We do like fucking 15-hour a week episodes.
Right.
Where it's not like they can like digestible easy. It's like a half hour. It's like, here, can you devote 4 hours to this week's Tell 'em Steve Dave? We have so much fucking riveting shit to say. We can't keep it under an hour. We got to talk about gravity this week.
I mean, but the thing is, I always thought that, like, even if you don't listen week in, week out, which I totally understand, because I have podcasts that I like that I don't listen week in, week out. It's the being able to drop in and, like, it's like, you know how you can turn on an episode of Cheers? Right. And, like, it doesn't matter which season it is, really.
It's not like Lost.
That's right. It's just like you pop in whenever you want, old familiar faces. Oh, they're talking about Get 'Em Again. You know what I mean? Waltz may have cancer this week. You know, by the end of the episode, we learn he doesn't. And then, you know what I mean? And everything ends the same as it started.
Should I have played that up for more dramatics?
We should have won.
I probably could have milked a couple more booty times out of that, huh? Over a course of a couple weeks.
Here it is. A very special booty time.
Walt may or may not need chemo. I shouldn't joke about that because I was fucking scared.
Did you tell your wife?
Oh, yeah. It was tough times, cool.
But they weren't like, oh, so you went to a doctor and the doctor was like, it's okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And it wasn't and you know what? And if I was going to have some sort of disease, I had made peace with it, and I said, at least it's not in my groin area. I was happy about that. I'm not going to elaborate anymore.
Right.
But don't even think.
Right. Not for a second. The Flanagan family jewels was in danger.
Well, I mean, but the Flanagan family line is going to die because I don't have any boys.
Right. Well, the bloodline will go on, but the name.
Yeah, but let's just I'll leave it at that. Though it wasn't anywhere near where I would be like, oh no, like I may have to cut off an arm or something, but I could still deliver the goods without an arm.
Which is funny because isn't it like that is true though? Like it's an important issue. I'd rather lose an arm than my balls.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, although it'd be tough to walk around without an arm. I mean, it's a lot easier to walk around without your nuts. Yeah. Because no one knows.
Something you'll know.
Your nuts or your eyes? Don't even tell me. You have to go with your nuts. I mean, how can you live a life without your eyes?
I mean, there's a lot of good music in the world to be listened to. Oh, God. I mean, can I keep one of each?
No. It's either both.
Is it nuts or like a clean cut? The whole thing is just.
Well, you can't get an erection no more. It's useless only for eliminating waste.
But I still have it.
It's still there. Still looks
just doesn't
good.
work.
It just don't work.
Yeah, all right. I'll keep the eyes then.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. You get a pump put in.
Or you know what? Just go to adamandeve.com.
Oh, there we go.
We don't even have that this week, I don't think.
We don't have it?
No, we don't have that. That's a freebie, Adam. That makes up for the Jim Jones fucking commercial. I'm tired of hearing the complaints about that from you guys.
We do have ads, though, right? We have.
You want to do a quick ad?
Yeah, let's do a quick one.
LegalZoom, Q?
Sure, LegalZoom. Let's do it.
LegalZoom.com. It's now the perfect time to start your business. I guess this is only about businesses. I thought like LegalZoom was about wills, and I almost had to write a will, Q.
Oh no!
I had it prepared. Ripped it up.
Did you? You didn't have to.
I was just like, I don't need this. I'll never need this.
I'm on LegalZoom.com, and there's a last will and testament, which we talked about last week.
If you go, all right, but let's before we riff. LegalZoom.com. You're going to enter TESD in the referral box at the checkout, and I think you're going to get a little bit of a discount code.
Okay.
It's a pretty good business. It's a pretty. It levels out the playing field. I bet you there's a lot of lawyers who cannot stand LegalZoom.com, and that makes me happy. Right? Because lawyers are pretty much the scum.
Until you
that's
need
on the
one.
bottom of my shoe, or at the bottom of the fucking dumpster where you see Taco
Mike throwing
girls
shit out at the end of the
witness
night.
Mike and Ming throwing their garbage out at the end of the night, and you wonder why they're not impressed at 12:30 at night when Mike and Ming are waiting to sign autographs after
In the back of the store by the dumpsters. My favorite part of you guys did 2 shows. I saw you do 2 shows this week. One at Caroline's, the Fat Man on Batman,
right?
Which was, I mean, enormously entertaining. It's such a good idea, huh?
What's a good idea?
Just to do to do a podcast centered around one character is really I didn't really get the genius of it till I watched it.
Okay,
it's just fun to talk about the character.
There's a lot of places you can go. You would think you'd be hampered.
No, it's almost free.
So yeah, it is. I guess it all depends on the character. If you were picking, let's say, like, I don't know, Captain Britain.
Right.
Sorry, UK.
Yeah.
I know.
No offense.
But I mean, you wouldn't have as much material as you do about Batman.
Well, because if you had 2 extremely, the thing that Batman offers that Captain Britain doesn't is that Batman is everybody has an opinion on Batman.
And everybody's heard of him. Right.
Most people have never heard of Captain Britain, or certainly have never read a Captain Britain comic. So it's limited, but the Batman one is really good. That Kevin Smith kid, I think he's going to go far.
Yeah,
I think you watch him. I think he's going to do things before he's done.
It's a good call, Q. Q, are we done with LegalZoom?
Are we?
I want to tell you a little bit of history. This is good. This is interesting.
Well, this is what I like to do without commercials, bro. Okay. Sprinkle in a little show so people don't fast forward them.
LegalZoom began offering legal service products to the public on March 12th, 2001. Lee Hartman and Lou, I guess these are the founders, felt that since they were unknowns, they needed to attach someone to the company that people could trust. They came up with a list of potential candidates and decided on Robert Shapiro. Lee got Shapiro's phone number and called him at 10 p.m. at night.
Why is that important?
Well, think about it, man. 10 p.m. at night.
You can't wait till morning.
It cannot wait till morning. I imagine that I was at your house after 9 o'clock at night, and you were a bitch. I can't imagine calling you unannounced at 10 o'clock at night and getting a happy and upbeat Q at 10 o'clock at night.
Well, I mean, as long as you're not pissing all over my floor, I think I'd be okay with it, right?
All right. I doubt it, but they believed they would be calling and leaving a voicemail. But Shapiro personally answered the phone, and after a short discussion, liked the concept and signed on that night.
Wow.
That's the stuff the stuff dreams are made of.
Well, that's how the rich get richer, Walt. They see opportunities, and they sign on that night. They don't hem and haw. They don't know, I got to ask my wife about this. I got to ask my mother about this. I got to talk to some advisors. They're like, yes, I'm fucking signing up for Are you kidding me? LegalZoom? I'm fucking Shapiro, bitch. And then they sign up for it, and then they're rich. Then they're even richer.
And LegalZoom has partnered with the United Kingdom called Quality Solicitors. And so they are available in the United Kingdom, too. This is not just an American-based company.
Finally, we offer something to our UK listeners after that Captain Britain slam earlier in the show.
So that's LegalZoom.
Right.
It does seem weird, though, that LegalZoom would go to the podcast community to try to push this product, though, don't you think?
Well, I mean,
they have commercials on heavy rotation on the cable circuit.
Yeah.
It does seem a little strange that they're like, let's go to podcasts.
Right. Well, I mean, let's talk another advertiser out of advertising with us, why don't we?
I'm not saying I want them to pull their ads.
Right.
I certainly, I would, especially with the lawyers, I would never have done the Jim Jones thing.
Mm-hmm.
Dealing with a bunch of lawyers that are doing that may have been a tricky battle. So
Adam
I
Lee.
only treat LegalZoom with the utmost respect.
Right.
Because I may need them. And so may you.
All right. Well, are we done with LegalZoom?
Sorry to break in the middle of this wonderful commercial with Walt and Q, but from what I understand, CG, they forgot the one thing that they're supposed to read. And if they didn't read it, we wouldn't even get paid. And we want that money, right?
Yeah.
We want that money. Cha-ching!
Sing.
Anyway, here's the disclaimer that they didn't read. LegalZoom provides self-help services at your specific direction and can connect you to an attorney, but they're not a law firm, so you save a pile of money. Cha-ching!
Sing.
Not that loud. Don't scream it.
Sing.
Good girl.
Q, have you ever wanted to start your own business?
Yeah, I think about it all the time.
What do you want to do? You want to start up a mail order company, a laundromat? What are you looking to do?
I always thought a car wash would be a good thing. Because, it's sort of self-perpetuating. But,
Boy who dreamed of opening up a car wash.
well, no, not as a boy. I'm talking about now.
That seems very unsexy for what I would think Q would want to open up. And just to it does seem too practical.
Yeah, or a laundromat is the other thing, too. Because, you just buy it, put it into place, and then people just come in and use it.
And you're serving the community with that laundromat, because people who use a laundromat usually don't have.
That's right.
They don't have their own washer and dryer, so they have to go to the public.
That's right.
Community laundromat.
And
would you offer maybe free use of the machines to the indigent?
No.
No.
No, because.
Why don't you say yes? Because you're not going to do it anyway, and you make yourself look a lot better by saying you would.
All right, God, ask me again. Ask me one more time.
Why wouldn't you? Maybe one night a week if you.
Because think about it. If you can't afford to use the laundromat and you're looking for free clothes washing, to me, that's someone that's not getting their clothes washed on the regular. I don't want them hanging around my place of business.
Just one night a week, you keep that night open for the.
Yeah, but then I'm not making mine as well be closed that night.
Well, I think the good word and the goodwill you build up as this guy is awesome.
They're going to be like, this guy's awesome, but I don't want to wash my clothes in the machines that the fucking homeless bums come in every Thursday night. I'm not coming in there Friday to wash my clothes.
You take the precautions. You sterilize the machines after Friday morning after Thursday night.
Right.
You have a bacterial.
So how do I advertise
wipeout?
This? Bums welcome Thursday night. Bums and hobos welcome Thursday night.
Do you really think that the homeless bums who are probably that's the last thing on our minds getting their clothes washed?
Sure.
I'm talking about the families that
single mothers.
Yeah,
that can't
I'm talking
afford.
about that. Yeah,
right. So I could be like, all right, if you're in need but not too much need, you can come and do laundry for free.
You're putting too much stipulations on it.
Well, this is what I would think about if I saw a place that was in business giving out free laundry on Thursday nights. I just think of the hobos.
Well, I mean, open up a laundromat where maybe you don't have a lot of hobos. You offer that service. It's practically
How about this? Thursday night, free
half off,
free washing for veterans.
I love it.
There you go. Now, America's heroes are getting their laundry for free on Thursday nights. And see, now all I need is LegalZoom to fucking come in and make this a reality. And then get him could fucking run the laundromat for me.
He'd love that.
Oh, that'd win.
Would you let him listen to his pods?
Yeah,
while
absolutely.
he was running the laundromat?
And I would let him tell Jill that he owned it.
You think that would make the difference?
I think so.
You think that she was like, well, I was going to marry this guy, but Ginnam has his own laundromat now.
Well,
I don't know. Would it make a difference to you?
Yeah,
Get him.
Yeah, but think about it. If Ginnam came in here tomorrow and was like, I opened the laundromat, it would have to change your perception of him because you're like, where the fuck did he get?
I go, wait a minute. Q just owned a laundromat. All my friends are buying laundromats? Maybe I better go out and buy a laundromat before Brian and Ming do.
So, I don't know. Yeah, I think, you know what the thing is? Isn't she only like 24?
I've never met her.
Oh, yeah. I've met her a couple times. Yeah, in fact, yesterday was her 24th.
So a 24-year-old could definitely be wowed by the fact that he owned a laundromat.
Yeah. But what is she doing getting married anyway? That's the conversation Ming, but
Gidim should have. She
with her.
truck. She's too young to get married?
A little young to be getting married, yeah. You got your whole life ahead of you. You know, you don't know this guy.
You know, then Gidim just sounds like he's just trying to talk her out of getting married for his own person,
right.
his own selfish needs.
You're right. I guarantee this guy doesn't own a laundromat.
And neither does Gidim. And neither do you. And you never will.
Well, never say never. So going back to the shows, like, so you guys had the Fat Man on Batman on Friday night? Thursday night, and then Comic-Con, not I Sell Comics, the Comic Book Men panel.
Yeah.
And my favorite parts, first of all, Fat Man on Batman was hard to watch at times because it's hard to not chime in when you guys are talking.
Right. Yeah, I imagine that would be hard.
Yeah, it's hard to not like jump in on jokes or like rip in when you get the chance. But it's fun to watch. My favorite part of both shows is anytime Mike or Ming said anything that you deemed dumb or like just outrageous.
Like if they had said it at the table here,
you would have.
I would have had a far different response.
But I saw it on your face.
Yeah.
These fucking guys. And then there was the one thing that Chief said that you just couldn't help. You were just looking around for help. You locked eyes from the audience, and you just started laughing.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine that Fat Man on Batman will be going up on, so people should, if you're interested in it, go listen to it. I don't even think I have to tell you what it is. As soon as you hear it, you'll know what it is.
But outrageous claim.
Pretty outrageous.
We'll say involving The Dark Knight Returns.
Yes.
Right. But the look on your face, I was just tickled pink. And then the next day was mostly questions for Kevin at the Comic-Con.
Yeah, which is good.
But people would still ask about like I Sell Comics or something, and you would still get that look on your face. Pure joy.
Yeah. I mean they're blowing up, Q.
They are.
They're blowing up.
Rumors of a new sex show.
People think that's a joke.
But that aired already? That commercial?
That commercial aired. Yeah, that commercial aired last week. So people think that's a joke about the new sex pod, but I swear, today, I got to work and Ming is sitting at the table and he goes, I've been giving some thought to that, that idea about having Adam and Eve sponsor a sex pod. He goes, I'm going to contact them and see if they'll do it. And I go, really? He goes, yeah, I think that people would definitely be interested in an all sex pod. And I go, and who's going to do it? He goes, me and Mike.
I mean, I'd kill to hear it.
Maybe one episode.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if it was as good as I want it to be, maybe week in, week out.
What is there a legitimate sex question that if you were calling in and you were anonymous?
Sure.
Is there something that I can't imagine you have any questions that you or things that you would never be able to say anywhere else but anonymously on a sex phone-in show?
Ming just got back to me via text. No, not really. You know what the fun thing on set the other day, we Emily, who's silently sitting by watching, and I were having a conversation, and it was we just started making up sex terms.
Oh, just like off the cuff,
looked them up online.
You thought they didn't exist?
No. Well, we were like, let's just say stuff and see if it exists. So we said like the corn muffin, and then we would go online and it was insane. There was the corn muffin.
That means that,
it's and gross.
Can I tell you what I think it means?
Yeah, go ahead.
Corn muffin.
The corn muffin.
I think you have your partner eat corn at 48 hours.
Okay.
Before you start to maybe chow down, maybe some brown corn in the cob.
I mean, not bad. It definitely involves brown, but not in but in an equally disgusting way. Em, do you want to say it?
Yeah.
Okay, so
you
no.
Should read. Don't make a lady.
Okay, all right. I thought it'd be funnier to have a.
That's sick.
All right, come here and say it. All right. Well, that's why we wanted to do it. Well, here, right into that. Explain to the Tell 'em Steve Dave audience what the corn muffin is.
Okay, so the corn muffin is when the man defecates into
What?
the woman's vagina.
Into the vagina.
Why is that? Okay, okay. Now I understand why it has to be a man.
Right. And then puts his wiener inside of her.
I like mine better.
I like yours better too. It makes more sense. Oh well, thank you, Emily.
I
Thank you.
can't imagine that that's a popular request.
Going over the mechanics of how it would how you would actually do it.
Right, there's like a scissoring involved.
This is the kind of stuff that like Meg and Mike would be
Right,
tackling.
you're right. You're absolutely right.
You know they wouldn't. You know they'd be getting calls just like the Sunday Jeff call or the Get 'em call.
Well, it's just like it's my concern is so there's people out there who are going to turn to Mike and Ming for sex advice.
And that's a concern?
Well, what's going on?
Oh, you think they're not qualified?
I don't know if they're qualified. I don't know.
Well, who's to say who's qualified and who's not? What, a fucking piece of paper that some fucking
No, but like
some snob got at some college that says that they're an authority on
on sex.
PhD means something. You think their PhD means more than Ming's?
Listen, like Katie Morgan has a sex show on the Smodcast Network. That's
qualified.
That's a porn star with years of experience fucking.
Right.
That's someone out like, all right, let me call in.
Does she still have the show on the Smodcast?
I think so. I don't know.
Does she still do episodes? I think that
you think there's a whole
she may have a worry if the Mike and Ming sexy Adam and Eve hour start though. She may be the number 2 sex show on the Smodcast Network if that happens.
Oh, that would be great. Like our numbers just fucking plummet. Kevin's like, I'm sorry, Katie. Oh no, they last had a show. It looks like it's infrequent. June 14th, 2013.
That's not that long ago.
Before that was April 8th, 28th.
Mike, and if anything, Mike and Ming are committed to fucking podcast 4 or 5 times a week.
Yeah.
So you can guarantee if they start up that podcast, they ain't going to miss a week.
Oh, every sex question anybody has will be answered on a daily basis.
So we'll see what happens. If Ming can get that can get that secured, I guarantee you he'll do it.
Oh God, I hope he does. I'd like to be a guest on that.
I think you would make a great guest.
Yeah,
I think that like I think it should be an all straight all sex talk show,
right.
But no girls are allowed to call in. Because both of their wives, I don't think want to have to deal with that. I think that they give the green light if it's like, okay, you could do
so
it.
It's just dudes.
It's all straight.
Right.
It's all straight, but no girls are allowed to call in. Only guys are allowed to ask you questions. And he's like, I don't want to do this no more. Forget it.
Yeah, it would be. I'm with you, man. I think the more that the I Sell Comics crew does, the happier we'll all be. The happier we'll all be.
All right, how long have we been going?
We're at 42 minutes.
All right, 3 minutes, Q, and then we'll
and then we're going to pass it off
and then we'll pass it on to Bri.
All right, very good.
Anything else that you had to? Any topics you want to give out before you have to leave?
No,
What's it called? The tag teams. You're gonna tap out, and Brian's gonna come in.
Yeah, nobody yet. I did meet. I think I told you this already. Andy from Child's Play. Remember Child's Play, Chucky?
Yeah.
Did you watch those movies?
Yeah, I went to see a couple of them in the theater.
Yeah, I saw the first ones, but the little kid Andy.
The kid who was
in the first 2.
Yeah. How's he looking?
He's looking pretty good. He's in the new one. Curse of Chucky came out on Blu-ray.
Never released at theaters?
Never released at theaters. But all the reviews,
I
had the same concern. I was like, that's going to be shit quality. But I've been reading a lot of reviews, so I really, I'm a horror movie guy too. And it was like, I was reading the reviews, and they were all coming in good, all coming in good, all coming in good. So I was like, all right, well, I'll check this out. So at the con, I get off the elevator. After your panel, you guys went off to do interviews and stuff like that. And I was still backstage, and I was like, all right, let me take the elevator up or down, I forget what. And I step out of the elevator, and there's Harry Knowles, the guy from Ain't It Cool, the giant redheaded guy. I don't know if you don't know.
No.
Okay, and he's in a wheelchair. And then these 2 good-looking women, and then Brad Dourif, who is a doctor on Deadwood, but he's also the voice of Chucky.
Really?
And I know who he is because he's on Deadwood.
Yeah,
and
that's your show.
That's my
Yeah.
favorite show. But I didn't want to say anything to him. So I was like, well, fuck this. Like, I don't want to be like, oh my God, he's obviously getting in the elevator. What am I going to do? Bother him. And
Right.
behind him is this guy who is like, holy shit. Like he knew Impractical Jokers. He's like, I'm a fan of the show, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, oh, cool. He's like, yeah, I got to go do a panel. I'm doing the Curse of Chucky panel. And I said to him, and I'm glad I did, I was like, oh shit, I heard that's really awesome. Like people have been saying real good. I'm told it's a return to horror because it's been like a comedy thing the past few ones. He goes, yeah, no, it is. It's back to horror. He goes, and they brought me back. And I was like, oh, who are you? And he's like, I'm Andy. He's like, I was a kid in the first two. So that got me super excited because A, I made a new celebrity friend, and two,
Oh, your friends?
yeah, we're pals now. We follow each other on Twitter, Walter.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you realize what that means.
That definitely means that there's more to it than just
Than just
a
glad
passing.
handing.
Yeah.
So tonight I'm going to go home and watch Curse of Chucky.
How many Chucky movies have there been?
I believe this is the 6th. There's Child's Play 1, 2, and 3. Then Bride of Chucky, Seed of Chucky. So this is 6, Curse of Chucky.
And is this the only one that never made it to theatrical
This
release?
is the only one that never made
I wonder why, since all those movies, has it just died? Like, is it the interest of it just not enough there for a theatrical release
I
anymore?
don't know, because it's like, it's obviously
Why
a
don't they
name.
why don't they just redo it from the start like they do everything else and just call it Child's Play?
But don't you like that they're not doing that?
It wouldn't matter to me. I don't like those films anyway. So if they did it, it wouldn't even register
Oh, well,
me. I'm
dude, don't
surprised.
fucking talk about my friend like that. That's fucked up, dude.
But I just mean, I would think more money to be made, more interest, more tickets to be sold. If they're like, well, we're starting the franchise again, going back to the beginning,
Yeah.
state of the art.
Let's see if there's any reasons.
Yeah, I imagine number one.
No interest?
No interest. Not enough interest. That's harsh to say no interest because obviously they made the movie. There's interest in it. There's
Right.
hardcore fans, but I guess you got to reach a certain amount of.
You never liked those Child's Play movie, huh?
No, they're a little too silly for me. It's not my type of horror.
Even the
movie.
first one? Oh, I guess.
Yeah, I like more weird and like where I have to go like what's going on?
Like what?
Like Phantasm.
Oh, Phantasms.
Yeah. I like a Phantasm type of horror movie more so than like
Right.
like some guy who's just cracking wise and like a Freddy or Jason. Not
Right.
Jason so much, but Freddy and Chucky.
What else? What other ones besides Phantasm? What's a must-watch horror film?
For me,
Yeah. Like Exorcist?
I
or
like Alien.
Alien, yeah.
Yeah, Exorcist. Yeah,
Right.
Exorcist definitely. Yeah, Exorcist is so good.
Right.
That may be my favorite horror movie.
Exorcist. That's
Yeah.
a good one. It's a fucking the classic, so yeah. All right, so
Coming up, speaking of horror movies,
Yes.
next week we're going to do the Halloween show.
that's right. A Halloween theme. Is it next week?
Yeah, well, I figure we do it a week early, so
Okay.
let's not make sure we get it out there before Halloween.
So next week's the Halloween one, which originally I had gotten excited about because I thought we were gonna put it for sale, and then the idea is like we could do it for 66 cents for sale,
Right.
and then people could just imagine the other $6 or $6.66.
But yeah, we're not going to.
we're just
going
gonna
to
do
put
it
it up
free.
for free. Yeah.
Well, we talk-
They deserve free.
So next week is the and what was the thing we have to do for it again? Was there anything? We have no homework.
No, I have a couple things that I could talk about. I'm going to bring in a special guest.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that will help maybe stimulate some conversation in the horror field.
Oh, this is exciting.
And yeah, so it's gonna be a Halloween
Is
party.
it Monster
atmosphere.
Magnet?
It's not Monster Magnet.
Oh, okay.
And I think this will jumpstart the party a little bit.
Oh,
So I
wow.
want it to be more
Does
like
it get him?
a party atmosphere.
Okay.
More like in terms of the first Halloween one we did.
So you think we should like bob for apples and stuff like that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. I'll bring a pot and some apples. All right. Well, with that,
All right.
I'm going to hand you off.
Well, we will, just in case Brian never shows up this week, we are going
Right.
to record an end to this show.
Yes.
If you don't hear the end of it, it'll turn up somewhere else, somewhere down the line.
Right.
But if you are hearing the end of it, it just means Brian didn't show
Right.
up.
Brian didn't show up. Okay. But if he doesn't show up, I'm handing you off right now to Brian and Walt. Good luck, guys.
I knew he wasn't going to show up.
Yeah, that motherfucker says no chance.
I knew he wasn't going to show up.
I mean, this is a guy whose iPhone breaks fucking weekly. I mean, this is his fourth iPhone.
I mean, that's why I stick with my my Samsung 1997. It hasn't let me down once.
You know, Walt, I've never tried to get you and not gotten you. Ever. So I think you're using a phone for the right reasons, buddy, to make and receive communication.
Not to find information.
Like corn muffin and stuff like that. All right, well, what do we got?
What do we got? I thought we could do, it's almost Halloween. Little Baron von Flanagan.
Oh, really?
Put Declan to work here.
All right.
Because he's got to put thunderclaps in after everything I say here. And he hasn't worked hard enough for us with the bonus pods and answering all these emails I send him. No.
Well, I started a podcast with Sal.
Yes.
Do you know that? What Say You Pod? And only a few episodes so far, but I'm heavily endorsing Creaky Studios in that.
Nice.
Yeah.
He deserves it.
He do. We should throw him one right now, right? Creaky Studios?
Yeah.
CreakyStudios.com for all your podcasting needs. Mastering, repairing, whatever the fuck else Declan does.
Is that the level of endorsement you give him on What Say You?
No, I gave him a little bit more than that.
Okay.
But,
well, can't he just sample what you said on you said on What Say You and just drop it in right now?
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. All right, do that, Deck.
Like I said,
that's
make it harder on him.
This motherfucker, he'll master it for you. He'll fucking
You don't need anything else. You
need mics, a computer, and Declan, as far as I'm concerned. And I can tell you right now that his prices are fucking reasonable as shit.
And he's on Twitter?
He's on Twitter. Yep. He's on all sorts of things. Creaky Studios on Twitter, but he's also on D.E. Quinn, at D.E. Quinn, or at Creaky Studios.
And he's your brother?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yes.
Okay.
There you go. So there you go. So if you're getting into podcasting, don't do it without going to Creaky Studios. How's that? How do we do for our first half?
I feel like that was great.
Yeah? You feel
that
so?
was a resounding endorsement.
All right, I think so too.
All right, Declan,
Does Declan edit the shows now, or does Brian? He edits them.
I think so. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure about that though. I don't know. It might depend on week to week.
Okay.
What the mood Brian's in.
All right,
Q. What do you think your body is worth, Q?
Whew. Dead or alive? You talking about
dead? Now, should his body be worth more because he is BQ of True TV frame, or should everybody's body be worth the same amount, no matter if they were?
Well, I think some people's bodies should
TV.
be worth more. I don't think I fall into that category. You understand?
Well, I mean, I imagine really the only criteria that goes into it is, are your organs healthy enough to be used to help the living?
Right. I think so.
I think so. Well, how's that liver doing? You still
I don't
keeping
drink
up
much
with
anymore.
You still keeping up with the?
No, I'm good.
With the 20-year-olds out there when you go out there?
No,
no, you're not.
No, I'm not.
No,
I don't even drink that much anymore.
You got that. You have a.
The last few
rep.
years have decimated me as a recognizable man. Walter, all I do is work day in, day out. It's a horror show. But I'll tell you what. One day all this is going to end, and I'll be right back to it.
So you're saying for work reasons, you're like, I gotta stay.
Yeah.
I gotta stay. Gotta keep it. Go easy with
it's
the party.
It's a fucking 3-year game face I got on right now. So that's what.
Give me a number. What do you think of body with, like, on the black market?
Cut up black market.
No. An intact human body
that they're using for organ harvesting.
What would it fetch on the black market?
14,000.
Way off.
Way off.
Higher.
For organ harvesting.
An intact human body could fetch blank on the black market.
Way off. Jesus. 80 grand?
Higher.
150,000.
Do you know how hard it is to fucking get a body on the black market?
I didn't think it would be that hard.
Are you insane?
On fucking Thursday nights at hobo cleaning, you just come by and you catch one.
Think about how right now. I mean, you tell your crew, your posse.
Okay.
You've become that, that decadent, like nothing excites you anymore.
Right.
You want to try necrophilia.
Okay, all right. So it's not organ harvesting; it's for fucking.
Well, whatever you want. Like, find me a dead
Okay,
body.
all right. I didn't understand
How
that.
hard and how would it be? I mean, it's impossible.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, you find
There's laws about fucking selling and what you do with bodies after they expire, you know.
Yeah, but then you think of that place that was upstate, that mortuary that was just dumping them in a fucking lake.
But that was just a once in a
One time that they
one
caught.
time thing, you know. I mean, that's not going on. I mean, yeah, if you were lucky enough to stumble upon that graveyard.
Okay, so I'm rich, decadent. The one thing I haven't done yet is fuck a human corpse. So I'm like, let's make it happen.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a different circumstance.
Why is it a different circumstance?
Because if it was just like, oh, my son's on the list for a liver and they're not giving it to him.
Well, you know what?
I'll pay-
Maybe kill two birds with one stone.
Okay, so I can fuck it and use the liver.
And then give it again. Then put it to good use.
Okay, then, yeah, all right. Well, I know it's above 150 because you already mocked me for that. So let's say $250,000?
Yes.
$250,000.
$250,000.
Jeez, that's a lot.
Wouldn't you
of
think though? Like let's say you don't have life insurance.
money. Right,
I don't. Well, yes, I do. But let's say I don't.
right.
Wouldn't I be smart to tell my wife, if I go, find somebody you could sell my body to on the black market?
Oh, I don't think your wife is going to, especially what we just found out they're using it for. I don't think she's going to be like, let me fucking sell off his body.
Well, I mean, make sure Q. It'd be like make sure Q is getting it, not some stranger.
I mean, I'll just give you $250,000 to fuck you now. You'll be alive.
I don't have to deal with that kind of baggage next week when we come to the podcast table. I got that kind of. You didn't call me You didn't call me after we. I pretended I was a corpse last week.
You didn't return my text. Yeah, but how do you? I think the reason it's so
That's a lot of
expensive
money, though, man.
Because
Like-
how do you brokerage that deal? It's the guy in the middle who is getting the buyer and seller together.
Can you imagine being on the black market for bodies? What kind of person do you think you're dealing with?
Oh, like a wretch.
I mean, it's got to be. It's not like dealing with drug dealers, though.
No.
So you wouldn't know them. You wouldn't think. You have this image, that TV and movies have put in your head of drug dealers.
Yeah.
We haven't been bombarded with the image of
Body
cadaver
hookers.
dealers.
No, not yet.
Unless it's Igor with a hunch, with a hunchback.
That's right.
Then I would be like, oh, there's
That's right.
there's a pusher.
There he is. Look at that rich motherfucker.
So $250,000 for your dead body.
Oh, that's pretty good.
All right. Elvis Presley, the king,
Yes.
often went on stage armed.
That makes perfect sense to me.
What do you think he needed a piece for?
I just think Elvis was weird. Didn't he?
You think he probably put in a couple calls like, yo, baby, find me a dead body. Kona,
He was fucked up.
TCB.
A dead body. I think his thing was I read a book that one of the Memphis Mafia wrote,
Right.
and there was a lot of weird shit in there. Like not body fucking weird, but like I think I think he was a really weird guy, and talk about surrounded by yes men. I mean, there was nothing that he wanted that he didn't get.
Yeah. What a life.
Oh my Lord. He married Priscilla. He married Priscilla.
Right.
And then he fell in love with Anne Margaret and like would send Anne Margaret all these flowers and gifts and shit like that. And Priscilla Presley found out and was like, what the fuck are you doing? And he was like, look, like I'm Elvis. So like I need a wife that's going to understand that this thing is going to happen from time to time. Are you that woman? Like he put it on her to deal with it. And she said, yes. Could you fucking imagine going home and saying something like that?
No, I cannot imagine. You're not at that level yet?
The fuck no. You kidding me?
Okay, good. I'm glad. Sometimes I worry. I don't know. But yeah, so Elvis is definitely. That's not a shocker that he would go on stage.
You can't at
Blue
this
suede
point.
shoes and maybe
Packing heat.
Two
There's
holsters.
Almost no story you could tell me about Elvis that I would find bizarre at this point in my life.
Okay,
But I love hearing him.
I'm glad. I don't have any more.
Okay.
Okay. On a daily average, I'm not one for. I'm not. This is not my type of topic.
Okay.
But I just found this kind of strange because I'm not. I don't like. I'm not really a fart joke guy.
Okay.
I've never found farts.
Yeah, me too. I'm the same way.
Not,
really.
Yeah, like I hear it and people giggle, and I'm like,
Right.
no, this doesn't do it for me. I need a little bit more. But on a daily average,
Right.
you will inhale 1 liter of other people's farts.
Oh, that is horrible.
Not even knowing it or knowing it, we don't.
I guess not knowing it is the real problem.
And you know what? You're no worse to wear for it. No big deal.
On a related note, I read that that is almost definite that you have breathed in the same air in your lifetime that Abraham Lincoln did and dinosaurs did. Same exact air, which I thought was a cooler way of saying the same thing.
Nice.
Which actually goes to stand to reason, I guess, that you have breathed in Abraham Lincoln's farts and dinosaur farts then too, if they've been floating around long enough. I mean, it's horrible. What are you going to do? It's just like...
Why is it horrible, though? It's just, I mean, it's like... It's everyone does it. Is it really that big a deal?
No, it's just that it's just
not,
air.
As long as it's not 2 inches from your face.
It's not a corn muffin in your face.
You know, I mean, we all got to deal with it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or wear one of those like they do in China or Japan.
The SARS masks. Yeah,
you could do that.
It's no way to live.
No,
that's a lot. All right. Well, there you go.
Oh, Q, you're not going to like this.
Uh-oh.
In the book Pinocchio,
yes,
Pinocchio steals money from Geppetto.
Right.
Gets him wrongfully thrown in jail. Bites off the hand of a cat.
What?
Causes a snake to die from laughter. Kills Jimmy the Cricket.
What the fuck is going on over there?
I didn't see any of that in the Disney or cartoon.
I mean, that's when you got to hand it to Disney. For reading that story and being like, you know what? There's a kid's book. There's like a kid's story here. Let's just leave out. I mean, Pinocchio is pretty horrifying at times too. Like I remember being terrified when they started turning into donkeys.
Really?
Yeah.
In the cartoon?
Oh my God. When I was a kid, it scared the shit out of me, especially when it like went to the side and you just saw the shadow of the kid turning to the donkey. Yeah. That was some Twilight Zone shit.
I can't remember. Why were they turning into donkeys again?
They went to that island, Pleasure Island, right? Where they were like able to just live the day away and like have fun and not work and basically be like, get them, before
what's
you got the
that island
job.
that people go to now for
Pleasure Island.
No, but what's it called though? Like what's it called?
Well, Pleasure Island's the one in Disney where they have all the clubs and bars and stuff.
No, I meant where they go for sodomy and stuff.
Oh,
it's like a weekend.
Oh, it's the
Decadent, or I don't know what it's called. Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but that's how it's billed. It's like supposed to be like you go there and you get laid all weekend, but it's probably just a bunch of fat people.
Oh, no. You think so? I think when you're paying that kind of money, I think anybody who goes there is like...
Well, I don't think so, buddy.
Are you kidding me?
I don't think so. What is it called?
I think that like you've put up that kind of commitment. You can rest assured you're going to find some partners there.
What the fuck was it called?
Why else would they go there, though?
I think it's.
Or else this shit would be closed. It wouldn't even happen anymore.
I don't think that. Oh, I wish I could fucking remember the name of it so I could look up pictures. That's not because I know people who have gone to it, or have met. I should say, have met people that have gone to it, and they've said like
it's like resorts kind. It's like a commissioned.
Yeah, it's called. It's not Decadence, but it's something like that's the name of it. Fuck, what is it? Shit. I can't fucking. I'm not gonna remember. Hold on.
Did you, as a child, did you tell a lot of lies?
Not. I think I went through a period of my life where, when I was young, where it was like, it's just easier to lie. But hedonism.
Yeah, that's it.
Hedonism. Yeah. All inclusive Jamaica resort and hotel. What is Hedon? I'll look up pictures. I think there was a point.
Let's say if you had to take a guess, have you told more lies after the age of 18 than you did before the age of 18?
No.
No.
I think I learned pretty early on that honesty was like the. I got caught in a lie in high school that still stings to this day, with a teacher that I liked very much, and that was a huge turning point for me because I felt like it was nothing big. It's like I told them that I was out of school for a few days, and it was for my grandmother had passed away. And I had told a story about like, I don't even know why I told it, but I just told the story about like some family members fighting over something that oh my God, that was a picture. That's your picture of hedonism. Mm-hmm. That's it, Walt. It's not, it's a lot of like, I'll look it up on the iPad.
What's wrong with that? You're saying that's not sexy?
I'm saying that's not sexy.
Why? Because people are a little bit older than what society has deemed pretty.
Well, isn't that what I was just? Yeah. I mean, that's exactly what. That's what I'm saying. I don't think that they're paying.
Well, that's what people who go to hedonism love. They don't have these hang-ups. And
wait, I love this. You've done a complete reversal on this.
But that they go there because they're not constrained by society.
That's right. I think it's great.
They're not hung up on what people quote unquote.
Absolutely.
The beauty culture.
Couldn't agree more with you. There it is right there. So they're not ugly. I mean, I wouldn't say they're unattractive people, but they're not, like, you're not paying there to go and fuck Playboy models. You're going there to, like, average-looking people.
I think it's about connecting.
In a place called hedonism?
Well, anyway, back to lying. So you told me, what was this lie? You told me
it was lame. I'm telling you. No, my grandmother did die, and I was just like, yeah, like it's like a lot of family members are like fighting over their
the money
possessions.
She didn't leave a will. LegalZoom.com.
No, she did not.
Didn't exist back then.
And I didn't realize that she would this teacher would run into my parents, and she kind of knew them, and it was like, oh, Brian mentioned that there was some sort of family, like, discord. Is everything okay? And my mother was like, what?
That's a weird lie.
It is a weird lie. It's a very odd lie. I don't know why I told it. And then the next day, like...
Why did the teacher bring that up?
I don't know, but the teacher came up to me and was just like...
What did she expect out of your mother's response?
I don't know.
Yeah, my relatives are a bunch of fucking jackals.
I don't know. I don't know what... That's exactly it. You would think, I mean, you would think that, like, nothing would come together for me to get caught in a lie, but I got caught in a fucking stupid lie, and that I always felt like every time that I saw the teacher after that, I felt embarrassed.
Right.
So it sort of changed how I feel about lying. So I'm not really much. Plus, I'm not good at lying. That's the other thing.
Ming Chen.
We need a
We're
mic
on the
buddy.
topic of Pinocchio. Ring
That's
it.
not. That's yeah. That's,
Yes.
Do you think you've told more lies before the age of 18 or after the age of 18?
I think after. I got married after 18.
there you go.
You could have told a lie right then, but you didn't.
Right. You gotta applaud that honesty.
I'm a really bad liar. I think you've probably noticed that by now. If you've listened to Tom, Steve, Dave, or any of the pod, I'm really bad at it.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
You're good at it, though.
I think I'm just able to. What you mean on comic book men? Like when I say I'm so excited to see the shit that comes in, and I'm like, yes.
As long as I've known you, you've been.
Whatever you thought I told a lie about that, you were like, wow, that guy told a good lie.
I think some of the customers come in here like really excited about something, and you can feign that excitement along with them. And I know you don't give a
There
crap.
is a level of excitement when a customer's excited. I know they're going to buy something. That gets me excited. I'm not lying.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, they're like, "Oh man, that movie was awesome." Like, yeah, it was great. And
I learned early on at the stash: do not disagree with somebody who comes in and likes a movie. Yeah. It could cost you a sale.
Oh well, yeah, definitely. But yeah, you're good at it though. I think.
Oh, that's his job, right? That's your profession, I guess.
You're a good liar.
It's kind of it's like good lying though.
It's like white lies.
It's like lying in like poker or something. If you're gonna take down a pot or something.
You ever win at poker? You ever win that poker?
I've come in second and third. I've never. No, I did. I won once. I got lucky.
So you're not that bad of a liar, then.
I got good cards that night. I don't bluff a lot.
What would you think the ramifications would be? What would the world look like today? Would be if the Pinocchio rules of science were in play for all of us? How many noses would be over 4 to 5 feet long?
Oh God! I mean,
People would be having operations to cut their noses, right?
it would be. Yeah, it's untenable. Man, you want to jump in? Do you want me to hook you up? What are you gonna do?
Sure.
We're almost done, Q.
Yeah, but he's here. I don't want him malingering in the background.
Let him share this mic then. Yeah, don't go to trouble, Q.
It's done.
Don't
It's
put
already
you
done.
out.
Plug it in.
It's already done.
What do you think, Ming? Would the plastic surgeons be just even more richer beyond rich if the rules of the Pinocchio rules were in effect and you had to, every time you told a lie, your nose grew?
Oh yeah, yeah, most definitely.
What if you could pick the appendage that grew when you lied?
I mean, as an Asian man, I would love it.
You should say you hate it.
Oh right, yeah, as an Asian man, I would hate it. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Mine's big enough. I mean, I don't want it to be any bigger. Oh boy,
This is awesome. All right. Let's go on to the next thunderclap.
I love it. I love it when you have these. When you're prepared.
Smoking shrinks the penis. I've never heard that.
How does that work?
I don't know. Just
Oh, you know what?
I think it constricts the blood
the
vessels
blood,
or something.
right?
Yeah.
So that's good.
that should be on the fucking label, not the lung things, right?
right.
Right? Should a picture of some little fucking micro dick be right on the fucking Marlboro?
Instead of the skull, like a skull with 2 little dicks underneath it.
They do that in Canada. They don't show the cock, but they show like it's on the warning label in Canada. They show it's like a lit cigarette with the ash like going down like this, and it says smoking can cause and what's that, impotence?
Shrinkage.
Impotence.
Really?
I think, yeah.
Fucking once again, those Canadians, they got the jump on us.
They have it right. If you look on their smoking packages, like half the carton's covered with a warning.
Yeah.
While in America,
Ever
it's like
smoked?
No.
Never took it up, even just to try it.
No, I'm allergic to cigarette smoke like mess, so I never.
I still think that, like, even if it was proven, like, it could be, like, only a couple cigarettes could do it, I still think kids would be like, it ain't gonna happen to me. I'm bulletproof.
Yeah.
Ming, are you starting a sex podcast? Did I hear right?
Yeah, you did.
Fucking great.
The Ming and Mike Adam and Eve sexy hour.
What sort of questions are you going to be fielding?
We'll take any questions.
Anything.
You know, your
Do you know
wife.
what a corn muffin is?
No, I don't know. As a
You're
sexual term.
You're gonna have to look up a lot of facts and
Right.
disgusting tidbits if you want to sound, like you're qualified
Yeah.
to answer questions.
Yeah, you
You
can't
have to
just.
do a little bit of homework. You don't read comics, and you have an I Saw Comics podcast. So
That's worked for.
I don't know how much homework you're going to do on the sex side of things.
you know that's
a
going
little bit
on.
more interesting, maybe, probably.
You know, I've been able to stretch that for over 100 episodes.
Fresh urine is cleaner than spit because urine is sterile.
Yes, that I
Heard
know.
of that?
But it could still pick up, like when it comes out you around the rim of your urethra, as it comes out of you, it could still pick up shit from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I know.
So that one's not that not much of a thunderclap on the
Well,
the sterileness.
I mean, let's not take it away from the Baron. Let's give it to him.
In 1955, Charles Schulz introduced the character of Charlotte Brown into his popular Peanuts comic strip. She proved to be so unpopular with readers that she only appeared in 10 strips and was actually killed by Schulz in a letter to a fan that can now be found in the Library of Congress. There is a picture of an axe in her head.
What?
Whoa.
Charles Schulz drew.
Who did it? Was it Pigpen?
Whoa!
That's
She
the
was
darker
his
side
sister?
of Peanuts. Yeah, it had to be a cousin or a sister or something.
Charlotte Brown Peanuts. That's cool. Why would she be unpopular? I imagine she's just saying the same shit that every other peanut.
Well, I mean, how many sad sacks do you need in that family? One is enough.
Oh, Braun, not Brown.
Charlotte Braun?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It was Braun.
Right. So she was, hold on, here we go. First appearance, she was introduced as a female counterpart to Charlie Brown, a role later taken up by Sally. Oh, yeah. There's a picture of her with the axe in her head. Check it out.
Yeah. Pretty wild, huh? That
up.
deserved a thunderclap, huh?
Yeah, fuck sure. There's a Peanuts character with an axe in her
It
head.
looks like Sally, too.
Wow.
The same enzymes that digest your food will begin to start eating your body minutes after you die.
Minutes.
How does it know? How do these enzymes know the body's dead?
I don't know. I mean, I doubt it's a conscious choice so much as
Yeah.
like it's just like
It's
there's
just biology.
Right.
Like, no more blood flow, lack of body temperature. I don't know.
fucked up either way. Definitely gets a thunderclap. That's as creepy as those.
And here, the last one.
Here we go.
It's unexplained, but somehow Marilyn Monroe's breasts were destroyed during her autopsy.
What? Are you fucking kidding me?
No. How does that happen? Well, like, who that was it?
Because somebody paid fucking $250,000 for tits, and they cut them up and shipped it to her.
They still have them.
They had some fucking yokel that never did an autopsy before, and it was like, well, what do I use? A saw? What do I use? A grinder? I mean, how do I get into the? I mean, how could the autopsy go that wrong that they're destroyed?
I mean, this is insane.
I mean, it doesn't make a difference. I mean,
No, she's dead, but
she's dead anyway.
Yeah, but you have some respect. I mean, if a fucking...
Well, that makes you wonder how many other body parts are destroyed during an autopsy. If this, if hers were go, I'm sure it happens on a pretty frequent basis.
I really wish I'd never seen the photo of her dead. Because that always comes up in my mind.
I never saw.
what did she die of again?
It's drug overdose, right? They found her in a... Did they find her in a toilet, or was that Elvis?
That was Elvis. Boy, I got one more just in.
Oh, bonus item.
Genghis Khan killed so many people that the population of Iran did not recover until the mid-20th century.
Holy shit.
Almost just wiped out a whole population.
That's crazy.
Wow, he knew how to deal with the Iranians, huh? When they got all fucked up and crazy, he was nuts. I mean, that's insane.
Yeah, that's a lot of people.
All right, well,
Wait a minute, one more.
one more.
Oh, whoa.
Shit.
Double overtime.
Mark Wahlberg, star of Planet of the Apes, Ted, was charged with attempted murder for beating a Vietnamese refugee with a metal hook, leaving the victim blind. He was sentenced to 2 years in prison, but just served 45 days.
When was this? When he was a kid?
At 16.
Oh, well,
Wow, that's a major comeback.
we all have youthful indiscretions.
Yeah, attempted murder.
Could you
Like
imagine
beating
that?
an Asian man.
Could you imagine that, though?
No.
Imagine you're that poor Vietnamese man.
Can't see anymore.
You could hear fucking starring Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, dun, dun.
One of the
Good
America's most
vibrations.
beloved movie stars is in a new movie, Ted 2, coming your way soon. He's got to deal with this. And the guy, I'm blind, and this fucker only served 45 days, and now is fucking raking in billions.
Wow, he couldn't even see that big fake cock in Boogie Nights. He was blind.
We don't know what the guy did to deserve a beating.
He was a drug dealer at the time, Mark
Oh, well,
Wahlberg.
all right. Oh, wait, Mark Wahlberg was a drug dealer.
He was dealing drugs, and
Okay.
I think he was trying to get some money out of this Vietnamese refugee.
Like extorting him, or the guy was like in
I
the
guess he
drug
owed him
trade?
some money.
Oh, well, what are you going to do?
Still, you
It's
never
harsh.
expect
No.
that the guy you're watching on the big screen in front of you is responsible for blinding another human being.
Yeah.
That's
in a
right.
vicious attack.
That's right. Well, people lead interesting lives, man.
Tell him, Steve, Dave.
There you go.
This has been a production of Smodco Internet Radio. Sir, only at smodcast.com.